Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this week on Gotham, vigilantes are popping up everywhere and it is raining dead bodies. I don't know about you guys, but Selena Kyle and Gordon are my new favorite pairing, at least next to Oswald and Gordon. They also just cast Harvey Dent on the show. It's Nicholas DeGasto. No idea when he's going to show up, but they're filming episode 9 right now, so probably sometime after that. So let's start with top 5 moments, then I'll do my review, and then I have some Arrow flash news. Careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet. I'll wait just a sec. Okay, ready? Number 5, meet Sal Maroni. This is the character that Eric Roberts played on The Dark Knight, so based on the timeline, we can guess he's only going to be getting worse from here on out, if he's still around whenever Bruce Wayne eventually turns into Batman. This season on Gotham, he's being played by David Zayas from Dexter, so it is fun watching him be evil after he was a cop on that show. He feels like an actor who just fits into this comic book Dick Tracy type world really well. It's pretty clear though that they're setting up for a big confrontation between him and Falcone. I did love the Emperor's new clothes reference. In the episode he said, the Emperor has no clothes, but you get the idea. He's just calling Falcone out as a fool who can't see what's going on around him. Or at least Maroni believes that. I think Falcone is pretty shrewd, so I don't think that Fish Mooney or any of the other big mobster characters are going to be able to dump him in the bay. I am kind of wondering if Falcone is going to start working with Jim Gordon like the Penguin is. Like some of the big criminals on the show will help Gordon to take down other criminals. Number 4, Bruce and Alfred finally get to have a little bit of fun. I was glad that they finally let the characters loosen up a little bit. Yes, Bruce Wayne is a dark character, but that does not mean that he can't have fun. He is still a little kid, despite the fact that we haven't seen him interact with other little kids. I'm really hoping we get some Catwoman Bruce scenes pretty soon. The fencing was a lot of fun. In the comics, Batman mostly does a lot of punching, but he does sword fight whenever he's fighting villains that primarily use swords, like Ra's al Ghul. Really, all the Bruce scenes were not subtle at all. They just want us to watch Bruce stuck on the idea of protecting Gotham, without you yourself turning into a criminal in the process. If it seems like they're beating us over the head with, Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, it's just because it's so early in the season, they just need to set up these storylines. What I'm really hoping to see later this season is an episode where Bruce actually goes out and tries to help someone. Like if he sees someone in trouble while they're out in public, or see him try to deal with a bully somehow, or deal with like a little kid problem in a Batman type way. The detective line was also a really great reference to Batman being the world's greatest detective. Number 3, Penguin on the rise. I think the speed with which they brought him back into the city tells you just how important his character is to season 1. I did like that they gave him the very penguin-looking suit at the end of the episode. It's all just set up for him and Gordon teaming up to deal with the storm brewing on that map that he had in episode 2. It doesn't really address the Arkham situation that much, but that's also going to be a big part of this map right here in the middle pretty soon. Interesting side note, in the comics, Maroni actually helped fund Hugo Strange experiments at Arkham Asylum on the orders of Falcone. I don't know if the show's going to go in that direction, but Hugo Strange will be a part of the Arkham storyline this season. We just haven't seen him yet. Just think of Oswald as being like the evil medium that's going to help him see all these other evil spirits and deal with them. The real teaser being that once Gordon deals with all these bigger people, it will pave the way for Oswald to take some of their power. Number 2, Catwoman and Gordon are on the case. Definitely my favorite pairing in the episode. Selena Kyle montages have been the most fun so far. Did you notice how they're letting her give people the Batman slip? Like she'll just appear and disappear as she pleases. Their field trip was just a continuation of the Wayne mystery. I know based on the shiny shoes and the way that they're positioning people in the story, there are a lot of theories about maybe the Penguin being the person that murdered them. It's true in the comics, Joe Chill is the killer, but the show might be doing something different. It could just be merging Joe Chill with the Penguin character. It's just that in the comics, Joe Chill isn't like a shiny shoe type person, and they're trying to make the person on the show that killed them seem like someone of means or someone with a sense of style. Like someone who wears really nice suits and might just be crazy enough to kill the richest people in Gotham. Plus, I do like the implication that the Penguin will help Gordon put all these huge villains behind bars, but then Gordon's gonna realize that his biggest ally is also the person behind this big, huge season 1 murder mystery. And my number 1 moment, vigilantes are on the rise and more are coming. The phrase "more are coming" is probably gonna end up on a poster before the end of the season. It's all foreshadowing for future people they're going to be bringing on the show. Like they're going to be more vigilantes, mostly violent ones. I mean, there are a lot of Batman vigilantes. Most of them are pretty crazy. The really interesting thing is that the show also cast Sarah Paxton as Betty Kane. In the comic books, she was one of the characters to take on the mantle of Batgirl. I can't find her on the show's IMDb page anymore, but she was listed several months ago. It's possible that they cut her out of the pilot, or they might not be doing her at all. but they will be bringing on more actual Batman vigilante characters from the comics. Just more people that Bruce Wayne can point to as inspiration for better or worse. For the most part, I think that Gordon's going to be the only positive example for Bruce Wayne, at least in season 1 of the show. I mean, he's the protagonist. This is really kind of his show, and Bruce Wayne's just in it. Let me know though, what was your favorite moment, and which vigilantes from the comic books do you want to see the show bring on? There was that whole Barbara Keene Montoya drug storyline. I'm not really sure what they're doing with those characters. I actually ended up giving the episode a B overall just because I felt like the ending completely threw away that whole Montoya scene. I feel like they were trying to create a wedge between Gordon and Barbara, but then Barbara just totally bought Gordon's explanation at the end. They didn't even need to bring the Penguin on. I feel like when he showed up at the door though, that was just them pouring salt in Montoya's wound. Like, the Penguin walks through the door looking like $1,000,000. Literally about as far as you can get from being dead. So really the big question is what the heck are they trying to do with the Montoya character? Because right now she seems like a total douche. It feels like what they were trying to do was give some more dimension to the Barbara Keene character by making her a former drug addict and a bisexual, but they completely undercut it at the end, so I'm a little confused as to where both of those female characters are going. My favorite performance in the episode was of course by Cameron Bicondova again. I feel like she's one of the few actresses on the show that understands that she's in a comic book world. Like, this is a Dick Tracy environment, so you should just have fun with it. Some of the other characters like Ben McKenzie just feel like they're taking it a little too seriously. Even though Gordon is a serious character, I would like to see him have a little bit more fun. I mean, this is like a Tim Burton Batman movie. This isn't like Christopher Nolan where it's like really, really hardcore. Aside from that, my only other real complaints about the episode was the Bullock Gordon montage, which I thought was pretty awful. I do like montage storytelling, and I like those characters, but I feel like the music they used was just really out of place, and I just wasn't buying it at all. Especially the part with the burrito at the end. So the only big issues I had with the episode were the montage and the Montoya scenes, but otherwise I thought it was a really fun episode. Big announcements though. Next up this week is The Flash Episode 1. That's airing Tuesday, tomorrow night. I'm going to try and get a few more bonus videos out before then because Arrow Episode 1 is also on Wednesday. So it's a big week for DC Comics TV shows. I will be doing a combined Q&A for both the Arrow and the Flash on Thursday, but I'm not going to be doing a Gotham Q&A. I'm just trying to free up a little bit of time before Arrow and the Flash get here. But right now, click here to learn all about my favorite Flash villains this season, and click here for last week's Gotham video. Thank you so much for watching, so let's all high five, everybody get ready. A lot of DC TV shows this week.